You're absolutely
Keep
right.
him in line.
Let's call the order. There we go. Does anybody want to approve the minutes? Do we have a motion to move? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Very good. President's remarks. Quite honestly, it is cold, it is winter, not much going on. I have no remarks.
Yeah, when you put that in the minutes.
Yeah,
It's cold,
it's cold,
it's
it's winter. No, President is remarkless, as opposed to
That's the state
remarkable.
part.
Unremarkable.
Unremarkable, that's it. All right, well, how about office
I
update?
have a few things to say.
Good.
I have a few things to say. So, on the 4th of December, regarding the Corporate Transparency Act, for which you had to give me your information. On the 4th of December, an injunction was issued. So we got a message from Community Association Institute saying, yeah, we recommend you still go ahead. If you haven't, go ahead and register regardless. And surely enough, on the 23rd of December, the 5th Circuit Court of Appeals granted a stay over the injunction which had been issued on the 4th. So, anyway, we're good to go regardless. Ms. Crusty. County Finance Office, remember last month I mentioned that they were sort of, in transition from Robin Lynch, who had just retired and so on. So they've gotten things straightened out, and I've received the report on the special tax district balance, which I used to get every single month. And the woman I spoke with, don't have her name right here, she said she intends to do that every single month. So that's good news, because it had gotten pretty bad. I had a real hard time getting them. State highway user revenue, we received $3,293.48, $32.93.48. And she said she wants to also send me a monthly report on that. So we'll see how that goes. But I was encouraged. Insurance, workers' compensation premium increased also, but not nearly as significantly. From $295, it's going to go to $466 for 2025, $171. I didn't make a note here, but Mike.
Is that still with Nationwide?
No, that's with a different company. I don't have it. I don't have it.
The State Farm will write that too.
Oh, will they?
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give them a call. I mean, maybe it's too late. I don't know. This is January 1st now. I don't know. I'll see what the dates are on the workers' comp.
Well, sometimes you can still switch.
Yeah, sometimes you
Oh, can you? Okay.
Get a partial refund.
Okay.
I mean, it is 40 points. On top of it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't think to write a note about this, but Mike had contacted State Farm, as he said, and we did get a better premium, which I think was all
Yeah.
discussed in email, but I think maybe we need to have a motion.
We did.
We did.
Did we do that?
Yeah. We had an executive motion.
Remember
Yeah.
the executive session during the
General meeting.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
But that's not recorded. I need to record it somewhere.
I told you.
I know, but I didn't put that in the minutes, did I? I'll figure it out. I'll put it in.
We'll just put it in these.
I'll put it in
minutes
the
and say it was approved
I just, yeah, I will.
by executive
Yeah.
board.
Covenant fee, I went on the CPI, Consumer Price Index calculator, and it was 130 this year. It's going up to $133.12 for the upcoming fiscal year. So a $3 increase because I was round. Property, oh, this is a strange one. Been here 20 years, I've never seen this be an issue on Bay Drive. A couple of the property owners on Bay have this cutout where people park in front of their houses. Some of them have pavers, others just sort of gravel. Well, one person, not on the water side but across the street, has had someone who lives across the street from them start to park in their, what they have, it's a paved cutout. And the last time that we paved Bay Drive, the owner there tells me that they were told that they would have to pave that. It belongs to them. We are not going to pave it, which we did not. So they've had it taken care of that way. So now this man across the street is saying that's public property, public as it can be, property, and I have a right to park there. And he parks there. And not maybe every day, but very often, and
It's the right of way.
It's-
It's the right of way.
And she asked me, I spoke with both of them, I was on speakerphone, and she asked me, can I park like in front of, can he do that, was her first question. I said, well, technically, yeah, it's all right of way. I said, unless you have something in your deed that states this was ceded to you, and I doubt that they
Of course
do.
they
The
do.
county map doesn't show any cutout, you know, and so on. Well, can I park in front of his place? And I said, well,
Yes.
yeah, but I don't know if you wanna start that war, but you know, you could. So then I got thinking, and I think I'm wrong, about a quitclaim. Could we quitclaim those sections to those people?
No.
Probably not.
No, not the right of way.
That's what I thought is, well, it would have to go to a vote of membership. I wouldn't say we could, you could do it.
You can't do the right of way
Exactly.
anyway.
Well, the thing of it is,
I don't think you want to set that.
exactly
No,
right.
you really don't want to.
Yeah,
Even if you
after
can't
I
do
thought
the
of
right
it,
of way.
and I was out the bank and stuff, and I'm thinking, no, that's not a good idea, but I wanted to bring it up. So anyway, I said, you know, I've been here 20 years doing this, nobody's ever caused this, and this particular person, I'm not naming any names, this particular person across the street from them has caused a few issues since he's been here.
Yeah, my response to him would be, you've got space in front of your house, park
He
your damn
does.
car there
Yeah.
and
And if you want it paved, pay for it, like I did.
pay for it, yeah.
Well, and she said, that had he come to them and asked, because they had a party, like you do, had he come to them and asked, of course, yeah, use it, that's fine.
Right.
But now he's just making it as though, well, is this part of the road,
It's my spot.
that's my time.
Yeah.
So I don't know that there's anything I can say to him or write a letter, because it is technically you can park it.
Well, it's similar to the issue of in snowy places, where you go out and you shovel out the area in front of your house, so you can park, and then the neighbor comes and parks there. So what people do is they go, they get, put barrels or chairs or whatever out there
Yeah.
and try to discourage them from doing it. It's amazing how people
Now,
can do
had it
that.
been a grassy area, they still would have been allowed to do that?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
as long as it's the right of way.
It's the
Right.
right of way, it's 10 to 15 feet off the edge of the road, and you can drive around and you can see where people park in these areas, because maybe they've got two teenagers and they each have a car, and there's no room in the driveway.
Yeah, but we usually discourage people from parking in those areas because of emergency vehicles.
It's a right of way. Can you make a claim for the right of way you shouldn't be parking in anyhow?
No, because there's no room.
Yeah.
No, I think
And-
the only thing is you have to have all four tires off the blacktop.
And they certainly do, and this guy across the street, like you said, you could park in front of his own.
Mhm.
I don't understand the whole, anyway, I'll let them know that, I'm sorry, it's a neighbor-to-neighbor issue, there's really nothing we can do about this. And yeah, technically, he can park there, but it's.
Park in front of his house on the grass and then
Yeah.
patch out every time you pull out.
Very good at starting wars there.
Did you want me to recommend that?
Get big wide ovals and, you know.
Speaking of,
Yeah, oh, you don't remember wide ovals? Oh, I had wide ovals on my
What are
fire.
you talking about?
Oh, man.
tires of some.
Tires are like this, wide ovals are like that.
All right. Okay, so that's all I've got. Oh, no, I've got one more thing, I'm sorry. I just got an email today from a property owner on Beach Drive. And they will be out of the country, I guess, for 6 months and they want to rent their house out. Not so much an Airbnb, but perhaps friends, or, anyway, they would like to put a pod in the driveway for the duration,
Kind of
For
ugly.
6 months?
for 6 months.
Kind of ugly.
Yeah, I know,
Look ugly, but
but it's been done before.
People, yeah.
people have done it while they were getting work done in their houses.
Yeah,
and
so-
stuff.
No law against it, but.
No, okay, just,
No rule,
Yeah.
no rule against it, so.
When you were talking earlier about people parking, this is a little bit different because it's not on the grass, it's on the street, but I've noticed on Laurel, there's one person who parks on Laurel and none of the tires are in the grass, they're always in the street and it really blocks like a lot of the road, so if a vehicle comes
Yeah.
through, And they're parked there now, pretty much every day now,
Are they on Laurel Way?
on Laurel, yeah, and they have a driveway, but they don't park
I
there.
can
they
send
park
them,
on
I can send them an email, I've done this before, and let them know that, you know, their car is blocking, does it block like line of sight, like if you come and try to look down the street at an intersection?
Well, they're not even trying to get like partly on the grass.
Oh,
or
they're
anything.
not?
No, it's completely on
If
the
you give me
street.
the exact
Okay.
address,
Yeah.
send it
Oh,
to
God
me.
forbid you get stuck on soft
Well,
grass.
Well, that's against the law to park on
It
the
is, yeah.
road.
Yeah,
So tell them, the law says you can't do that.
yeah, I'll let you
You're
know.
subject to the
Yeah.
sheriff.
Because at first I thought, well, maybe it's just for a day or two, but it's pretty much every day now.
I
Well,
wish
what's
that the
for-
sheriff's deputies would actually come and write a ticket
Yeah.
when they see
But
these
it was
things.
for a day or two, and when nobody said anything, well, now it's,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, send me the address, and I'll see if I can just send, little things like that, out and see if it works. I can call the sheriff's office, but again, they won't write a ticket. Be lucky to give them a warning.
Yeah, well, it just, you know, if someone just tells them, you know, it'll
Sometimes.
block emergency vehicles from
Yeah.
coming through, that's not a good idea to park on the street.
Okay.
I am told that once upon a time, the board members used to have these little slips that said, you know, when you park on the
Yeah, I
right
think
of way,
so.
make sure all four tires are off the street.
Yeah.
We could print some of those up and we could all walk around like meter maids and put them on their cars until somebody shoots at us because they think we're breaking into the car.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
I'm
that.
not doing that. Anyway. All right, that's it. That's all I got.
Good. Where are we? That means, oh, committee reports. Well, let's just go right around the table.
Oh, so, just getting back, so before I left, I went on a FEMA mission, if you guys didn't know, but, before I left, we had a, exercise with the, EOC, Emergency Operations Center, with the radio, and they had simulated a boater was in distress out here in the water, and, we was able to communicate with EOC, St. Mary's, and Pulaski County over in Eastern Shore, so everything went well. And then I got training next week for the radio, so I'm gonna try to get my technicians to listen, so. Pretty much it.
Good.
Very good.
Good.
You said the Eastern Shore also?
Eastern Shore, I can't think of the county.
Dorchester?
Might be, I can't think of the county.
Dorchester's for
I have nothing.
And we'll now hear about our roads.
Well, not the roads, but the drainage, so stormwater management. So the five that you approved were completed. That would be 2 on Laurel, 1 on Cardinal. Actually, there was
2 on Laurel.
2 on Cardinal, 2 on Laurel, and 1 on Mill Creek. And they were basically the culverts, and then putting in the surge stone to slow down the water a little bit. For the other 2, those were the 2 larger priced projects, Eagle and Beach.
I printed the
For the surge stone. So we have estimates from John Wood and we have estimates from Grover. They're very, very close, about $200 difference. John Wood's is a little bit higher. And we did ask for another estimate from another company, they never responded. So they came out, they looked at it, they didn't respond to the estimate.
Well, it looks like wood is cheaper on one and rubber cheaper on the other one.
Yeah.
So
So.
can you split them?
We could. I'd like to give John Woods some work. He's done
Yeah.
a few estimates for us and, you know, which one was he cheaper on? Was he cheaper on the Eagle or?
Even on the, who's cheaper on the beach?
He's cheaper on Beach. Yeah.
More expensive on Eagle.
Yeah. And then, Kroger did come back with a lower price. I think that was the request last meeting. And he did come back, I think he lowered it like $200 each or something.
Yeah, we do give a fair amount of work to Grover though, right?
We do, yeah.
And Wood does keep answering for estimates, right? He keeps submitting estimates.
And he's pretty responsive about it.
It's very responsive.
And how much would it be more, how much more would it cost us to give Wood these two jobs?
The difference is about $200 and $203.
About
$200.
200.
Why don't
We'll
we
give them both to
Yeah, give them both, because, yeah, you know, he hasn't had much lately, have you? Yeah, give them both, for $200, let's keep his
Business.
Yeah.
iron in the fire.
Yeah.
So we need a motion to that effect.
I move.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Got it. No next?
Next.
Oh,
Oh,
next.
next.
No, that's it. Yeah, I did go around and inspect Grover's work, and it looks really good. They did, actually surprised me. So,
And you're gonna send me pictures, and
yeah,
then
because
I'll
a couple
bill
of
that
them,
to
he was
the
only gonna
county.
do one side, he wanted to do on both sides, so it looked really well. Yeah, and I have pictures of it, so I'll send some before and after pictures.
Maria, you're gonna do what, welcome and finance?
There's not really much to say with finance. Everything's within, you know, the realm of the budget, so that's good. I really don't have any report other to say that. Except I will be billing the county for these jobs that were approved and finished. I guess that would go under finance.
When is Jack gonna have his first meeting with finance committee? Or we don't know yet?
We don't know yet. I mean,
Okay,
it'll be in
that's
the
good.
coming
I
couple of
think he
months
does it in
because he,
February.
yeah, usually February or so. I'll send him a spreadsheet, because I keep notes on my spreadsheet throughout the year. I'll send that to him, and then he and I will meet and go over some things, and then he'll call the meeting, and probably in February. It really doesn't have to be, it's not presented to the community until the June meeting, so there's plenty of time. It's just a question of getting the numbers down and so on. And with the insurance going up so significantly,
Yeah.
it's gonna be difficult, so.
And nothing from welcome?
Welcome, yeah, I've distributed 2 in the past month. I have 2 on hand and supplies, I think, to assemble 4 additional
Okay.
buckets. But I'll be out of town all next week, so I'll put a reminder on my desk to contact you
Yeah.
guys for, you know.
Yeah,
availability.
I'll be in LA for a week,
Oh, will you?
yeah.
It's a long distance call.
But, yeah, I'm here for a couple days and then I'm
Okay,
done.
okay. Well, like I said, I've got 2, I just sent out, I think, 7 letters
Mhm.
to newcomers. So, all right.
Good.
Remember the woman who complained about Drum Point Lake not draining?
Yes.
Mhm.
So I went over and tried to take a look. You can't get to the outflow from our side.
You have to walk
And
through.
it was miserable weather that day,
But is it
so I
really?
bagged it. I need to go
I've
in
been there, I've walked,
and
down
through the,
yes,
well, it ain't
Yeah.
easy.
no, it's not.
Has
So-
no trespassing sign?
Well, I'm a club member, so I can, and my husband's the president, so we actually walk that a lot.
Mike, did you
So
go to
we're-
there's a woods path where the
No,
fence
I
is
haven't,
between
no, I
us
haven't,
and
I
them?
didn't. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go take another look and then,
Yeah.
if need be, go over to the Drum Points club
side,
side.
and then come in
Come
that
in from
way,
that side.
yeah. Like if you go by where the pond is and go, and like we've gone both ways, but it's, you get scratched up, it's not easy to get over
I
there.
didn't feel like it.
But it is, there's a lot of sand there, I have to say. But Eric was like reminding me that you can't just move sand, you would have to get a permit from the state and the county.
That's right.
It's a lot of sand, it's not something that would be an easy thing to just fix. So,
Did you have any ideas of what might be causing it?
well, it has happened in the past, and
Okay,
sometimes
so
in a big
before
storm,
or-
before, yeah, and with a big storm, it, would wash out sometimes.
Mhm.
But I brought it to his attention that this couple was saying
Well,
how
yeah.
it's closed in since we've done our beach project
Mhm.
here, at DPPOA on the community beach, and they noticed that it hasn't cleared out since then. And so it was, good to bring to Eric's attention too, but I don't know if that's there's
I don't
anything he
think
would
it's,
do.
I don't think it's caused by ours, because it's too far down, and I'm not seeing any evidence of sand being deposited anywhere else or eroded. I think
Yeah,
what's
it
happening.
kinda goes down to the point,
Yeah.
like to where the lighthouse used to be,
But
yeah.
I think it's a combination of things. It's, the pond right now is full, it's not
Yeah.
overflowing. So it's
Right.
not filling up and then doing like it does over at,
Bay Drive.
on Bay
Right.
Drive where,
Yeah.
you know, plugs up and then the water comes up over the road. It's not doing that,
No, it's not gonna.
not yet anyway.
Mhm,
If it does get high, it may bust out of there. And
mhm.
I think that's all caused the drought, we've had such a drought that
Yeah, that's, well, Eric
Yeah.
said that too, that we haven't had a lot of rain,
haven't had rain.
and
Could've-
so it's
storm
not
could've
necessarily from.
Plug that up a little bit.
Mhm.
It'll probably relieve itself. Then somebody talked about, I don't know if it was Kurt or somebody else, about how the Drum Point Club that whole area there is eroded.
It's
and
really a lot.
I don't think that's caused by that.
It's, there was a lot of erosion there before, but it has sped it up.
Yeah, but I think it's caused more by, higher water levels,
Mhm,
which are, you know, the general water level has increased.
mhm,
We're getting more and more high tides that are coming up higher than they
Yeah.
ever have before.
yeah.
And the storms, you get a combination of all that thing that's gonna erode that stuff, and those trees are gonna, the roots are gonna get eroded, and
Mhm,
they're gonna fall over. I
mhm.
mean, it's,
Yeah, it's hard to say exactly, like, which way, what's causing it.
right,
Yeah, that's the conclusion we came to too, yeah.
anyway, but I'll go take a look, and see if I can get in there and take a better look at it.
Yeah, but a little more rain wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess
Well, it's not
they were complaining, the couple was complaining that, they don't have crabs this year because the water isn't coming in and out.
Well,
Sounds like a first world problem.
Yeah,
talk to Mother Nature.
No
yeah,
crabs.
yeah.
That depends on the company you keep. No,
It did rain or time.
I know, you can dress me up, but it's impossible.
That's
I
it,
didn't mean
that's
to
all,
rudely
that's all I
interrupt.
have.
Okay, I have nothing on the Phragmites other than what I said at the general meeting. Jenny, do you?
I was unable to do Ivy League, I was sick just about the whole month of December.
Oh, no,
Yeah, it
oh my
was
gosh.
awful.
Oh.
But, so I was unable to do it in December. Next Saturday, I plan on doing it, I haven't chosen a lot yet.
Mhm.
Plan to do that tomorrow, and I'll send the information to you.
Okay.
But
I,
that's
Are
the,
you out tomorrow?
no, I'll be here.
Oh, okay,
But I was gonna
that'll
say,
be the 11th.
that's the 11th, yes. Same time, 10 to 12.
I'll actually be home by then, but anyway, I'll send the email out tomorrow if you give me the
Yeah.
info. And I'm gonna take my laptop with me. So I can, like, if you don't get to it or something changes, let me know, and I can send out a new.
Okay, I hope to find a good lot to do tomorrow, because I'm driving around, so,
Okay.
yeah, hopefully I can get it to you at a decent time tomorrow.
Okay.
I hope you feel better.
Oh, I do much better, oh, yeah, it was rough.
COVID?
No, they didn't test me for COVID, they didn't say it was COVID. I had this respiratory thing and then a sinus infection, and I couldn't breathe, it was, yeah, it was not
There
good.
was a woman in my office a couple weeks ago, and she and her husband had both had some upper respiratory ailment that just knocked them right out, her especially. But she was told there's some new virus.
The norovirus.
I don't know.
RSV.
Yeah.
But
Oh, wait,
RSV
wait.
isn't new.
And
Well, no, and I asked her, is it
RSV,
RSV,
yeah.
and she said no.
It's just really newly identified or something.
RSV
Apparently it's been around
That's
for
right,
a
Yeah.
while.
yeah. I used to read the Legionnaires disease, was that the Legionnaires disease?
No,
or was
Legionnaires
that something
is
else?
something else.
Something else. Anyway, so maybe it's the same thing. I don't know. Glad you're feeling
Glad
better.
it's gone, yeah.
Mhm.
I moved the camera that was up looking at the street. I moved it down. You get a better look at cars coming in. You really, the expectation to get someone's license plate is still not likely unless they're going really slow and they stop. I did send out an email, but it was only.
Yeah, I saw
It
that.
was very clear on that email.
Yeah, that was, well,
Yeah.
then that's what you can expect
Yeah.
to see. but that was during the day.
Not at night, yeah.
Mhm.
Although, if you look at it at night, as an example, it looks pretty good. I'll pass this around. I think we'll have an improved way. You can definitely see a car. You can see my car. You know it's a Highlander 2011.
Is it down low looking over there?
It's down low. I put it, I think the risk is some knucklehead ends up hitting it off. Gonna put it on the beach sign, kind of back, somewhat obscure, but someone will see it. And I think we'll get a better view of what's going on in and out.
How high up is it?
10, 12 feet at the
Okay.
very top
So
of
not-
the beach side.
Not
No, you would need to be you would need a stick to do it unless
That's
you were a minute
better
pole.
than nothing.
So, but that is there, that's what it looks like right now. That's live.
Some of our teenagers are very resourceful.
Oh, that's live,
They are.
okay.
That's a live,
If
those
it's
are
up that high,
live
they may
views.
not notice it. Is
Yeah.
it- Your
Which
word
is
is
on
at
a
eye
small
level.
thumbnail.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
So what I
They can
know,
burn it.
baseball.
No. If you tilt my phone, it should take up the whole screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's good. But you moved it.
Mhm.
Hopefully we won't have too many more
perpetrated.
incidences, yeah.
I mean,
Come spring, then it'll
Yes,
change.
it
I would actually pose it as a question. What will we do? Maybe we'll have to decide then, if we see a car come in and you can identify the car, would we send that? Will we send that out to the community and saying we saw a Highlander pull in and then throw a picnic table in? Or is that
Well,
too much of an assumption?
my thought would be to go to the, if you had that good evidence, especially if you can identify the vehicle, go to the sheriff and say, here's what we've got. Is there anything that you can do, or that we should do, or whatever?
Yeah, it's a
Throw it in their lap and see what they say.
That's a good point, because when the machete guy came, I got a picture of him, which this would be better than the picture I sent to you with the machete guy.
Right.
And the sheriff did, he identified who it was.
Yes, I called, gave him I knew who it was. I called, gave him the number just to verify.
He's a frequent flyer in your office,
And,
so.
Just because he
But they
came in
use-
and borrowed a machete, that doesn't mean.
I mean, they use street cams and
Yeah.
security cams and
But I
stuff
don't
for
know if,
crime stuff all the
if,
time.
if the
that's
Hassans
a
wanted
good
to
point.
press charges, since it was their property, I don't know that the sheriff's department would say that that was evidence. I keep being, well, they tell me they have to witness it, maybe that's for like speeding on the streets, vandalism might be a whole different, you know.
But you know,
issue.
but the case of these teenagers, if you could identify who they were,
Uh-huh.
and go to the parents, maybe
Right.
that would help.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Right.
You know, when at the John Point Club, they had they right across from Trinity Beach, there were in the woods just a little bit, some teenagers started fires and they were
Yeah.
underage drinking and throwing the White Claws into the fire. And one of the club members caught them.
Yeah, cool.
And the guy, but the guys threatened him, and he ended up calling the sheriff, and it went to court.
Was that Sal?
Yeah,
That
that was
issue.
Sal, yeah, that was
Yeah.
Sal. Yeah, they
You
went
can
to
tell me
court,
that
but
is.
eventually, but for some reason, the
No,
judge
it's
was
funny,
on
if you had it.
he had some other
You
precedent,
would know the-
whatever. But the sheriff did talk, to, one of them was a girl.
And you could
talked
stop,
to the girl.
it's interesting.
parents.
Uh-huh.
And, and then, they were all talked to, so hopefully
You
that's
gotta be
happening,
fast.
yeah.
That's better than,
But one of the problems with that was that, it was like Salzburg versus the
Right.
kids, and the kids were like, oh, we're not doing it, we didn't start the fire, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
and
We found
but
it
if you
there.
have, the, video,
Mhm.
then you can
It
say,
could
yes, that was the,
Yeah.
You
yeah,
said someone threatened somebody at the club.
yes, yeah. Cause he
Like, I think that's the beach patrol.
he told them to leave, we were trespassing, and we were also worried about fires, because they set a fire, and it was like a fire, you're not supposed, it was a time when you're not supposed to
Dry.
burn fires.
Yeah, a
so-
number of years ago, there was a pretty bad fire at the club.
Yeah, and so there were a lot of things going on.
Were these kids members of the club?
No,
Oh, they were?
no, they were
You can
trespassing,
almost make out your license plate.
Yeah.
If you had a, good
Yeah.
they were trespassing.
forensic CSI.
You had the
They-
right guy.
They brought it to court,
You had the right
and
guy.
some other pressing
Yeah,
case,
it's
and
amazing.
they asked if they
Yeah,
could
you can't quite make it
postpone
up.
it, and then.
Maybe in fact, yeah.
But the sheriff did
No,
go talk
that's
to
a
the
good, yeah, you
parents.
had the right guy.
Yeah.
The parents
There's
did
a lot of identifying.
Yeah.
That's
things
helpful,
on
I think
this.
with
It's
kids,
awful.
Yeah.
sometimes.
It was like a girl and like 4 guys that were older, and so it was just a bad situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, well, any general comments? I mean, other than what we've just been doing? No, nothing? Well, then unfinished business. Who has unfinished business?
We're in general.
Well, if you want to discuss your personal life, I don't care.
I'm pretty sure it is. Others have said the same, and it doesn't matter.
How about new business? How about nobody's business?
How about the next meeting?
Okay, scheduled next meeting is in order.
The 4th is the first Tuesday.
Who's out of town? I know, Tony, you're out of town.
I'm out of town.
Mike and-
Oh, yeah, yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's what
I'm not only out of town, I'm out of the country, so. I won't be back until March.
So, who wants to run the meeting? Jack's not here, so we should elect.
It's either Jack or Bonnie, one or the other.
Well, what about, you said you won't be back obviously, but when are you back?
Not till March.
Oh, you're not doing much, okay.
Well, I come back on the 20th, but what's the sense of
Yeah,
that?
that's,
Right,
You know,
that's too
that's,
bad,
you
yeah.
know.
We'll figure it out, Jack and I will.
So, what day works for you, for
The
everybody else?
fourth is
The fourth?
fine with me, I don't know about anybody else.
Okay. You and Jack can fight it out.
Okay, so figure out with Jack when if that's a good date for him,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, no, you gotta realize, no, you tell them the date, and then you duke out who's gonna run the
That's-
meeting.
yeah, that's
what we have
what
to know when he's available.
You just don't tell
Yeah.
Jack at all.
Yeah.
When he shows up for the meeting, you're surprised.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for a full winter's eve.